James spent 1/5 of his money on a pair of shoes and 1/10 on a book. He saved 2/7 of the remaining money, and the rest of the money was given to and shared equally among his 8 brothers. My goodness. If each brother received $5, we're asked how much money did James have at first and how much money did James spend? Okay, so what I notice is we've got a fifth here and we've got a tenth here, and it's a fifth of all of his money, and this is a tenth of all of his money. Now, fifths and tenths go together really well because 1/5, imagine if we wanted to change fifths into tenths, okay, 1/5 equals how many tenths? Well, that's nice and easy. How do we get from 5 to 10? We multiply by 2. We do the same to the numerator and what have we done in effect? We've divided each of these parts into 2. That's why one part becomes 2 parts, and that's something that we see in our bar models. So we know that we can change this fifth into tenths. So what I'm going to do is to draw a bar for James that's split into 10 equal size pieces. And if I haven't got squares, I would probably do it like this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then I can join it all up. Okay, so what does this represent? This is, this is all of James's money. Okay, this is all of it. Okay. So he spent 1/5 of his money on a pair of shoes. Now what have we split this into? Tenths. 1/5 is equal to 2/10. So 1/5 is 2 of these blocks. And actually, let me show you that that's true, because again, this is all of his money. If we were dealing in fifths, we would have split it into 5 equal pieces. Okay. And can you see these pink parts? How many of these are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a fifth, and it's also 2/10. Okay. And so bar models are good for showing that sort of thing off. Okay. So he's spent 1/5 of his money on a pair of shoes. So this is shoes. Okay. And then 1/10 on a book. Okay. So this is also gone. I'll put it up here. This is a book. Okay. He saved 2/7 of the remaining money. Okay. So what's the remaining money? Well, the remaining money is this part here. And let's count how many parts there are in this remaining money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, there are 7 parts. So if we think of the remaining money as one whole, then it's already split into sevenths. And we are told that he saved 2/7. So that's 1 and 2. So this is what is saved. Okay. And then we're told that the rest of the money was given to and shared equally among his 8 brothers. Okay. So what is that? That is this part here. So from here to here, okay, was shared with his 8 brothers. Okay. Now, what are we told about that? it says, now, firstly, we've got 8 brothers. Let's have a look at these parts. How many we've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. 8 brothers and 5 parts. Well, that's not very convenient, is it? It would have been nice if there had been 8 parts here, and then each of these parts would have represented a brother, but evidently they don't because there's 8 brothers. We are told that each brother received $5. Now, you might then realize that you have to do 5 times 8 would give you the total amount of money that was given to the brothers. So 5 times 8 is 40, of course. All right, so we know that $40 in total was given to the brothers. Now, if you weren't sure about how to do that, and what I have shown in previous videos is there's nothing stopping you from redrawing part of the model. So let's say I bring this part down here. If I'm not sure about that, and I just want to be really confident, especially if I'm a bit anxious about what I'm doing and I'm not really sure. So this is the same value, okay? And it's the 8 brothers. All right. And so I'm going to divide this into 8. And that's easy to do because we can divide it into half, then half again, and then divide into halves again. And we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 brothers. And we are told that each of them gets $5. Okay. And it might then give us the confidence to see that 5 times 8, 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay, is the total amount that this part of the bar is worth, okay, 40. All right. So, and sometimes when we're, in a test and we're doing something, we find it difficult to see clearly. All right. So this part is worth 40. It's just that here, the 40 is divided into 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we've got 40. We divide that by 5, and we might notice these numbers look familiar, don't they? So what do you think the answer is going to be? Yes, the answer is $8. So each of these, now we know each of these parts has a value of 8. And if these parts have a value of 8, then so do all of these because they are all the same. Okay, they all represent the same amount of money. We must be able to answer some questions now then. So what are we asked? How much money did James have at first? Well, this is all of James's money and we split it into 10 parts at first. So at first he must have had 10 times $8, which is $80. That's nice and easy. And then what are we asked? How much money did James spend? And that's where we need to go back to our model and think, where is the bit? What did he spend? Well, this is what he saved. This is what he gave away. This is what he spent. 2 parts on the shoes and 1 part on a book. So that's 3 times 8. And 3 times $8 is $24. Okay, and that's that second answer.